Oh, God. This is a mid-range. This is a mid-range all day long. Mid-range. I can call the plays just about. It's so easy. Once you played hours of 2K, it's just like second nature, but we'll see. Ooh, that was a terrible shot by me. If I had that in spot up precision, I probably would have went in. So I got limitless range on because I can't really shoot. I don't get deep threes on this build. But I'm okay with the two-way three-level score. I might make a stretch, I'm not sure. Or I might make a 6'10", a small forward. Not sure. But the way I see it, a lot of these builds here are just not really, they're not, how can I put it in a way? They're not what people make it to seem. Like, in terms of like the 6'7" power forward, I mean, I didn't face some. I mean, I haven't lost the game today. I don't really plan on playing Park as much. Not sure. I did play Park earlier, but it took me a couple of, I'd say at least a good 45 minutes to get a game that was comfortable with somebody to play it. I know that doesn't really make sense, but in my own honesty, I'll put it like I face the same people or getting the same parts like a lot. I see the same people because not too many people have PS5, and I know a whole lot of people are still trying to secure that. Best Buy and all these others, they should be ashamed of themselves for the way they've done the stuff. And then at the same time, if you want to really think about games in a way, just think about how many games have really been out here, relatively speaking. Relatively speaking, there's so many games that came out, and I feel like they're not worth the full price. Like Cyberpunk is not worth the money. Honestly, I was playing on PS5 and it bugs out and the textures and stuff ain't loading. But on PS4 it's just a shit show. Excuse my language, but that's exactly what it is. That's funny because I try to be objective about the game. I try to be objective. I got like 3,000 VC on this build right here. So if I want to upgrade, I might play a few games of this, just see how it is. Get on Fortnite later. Maybe a stream. I know I stream way too much. I know that's probably bad, but this is probably the best chance you see gameplay from me. I know somebody said, do you need OBS and stuff to stream? Not really. I mean, it's not really a thing. Like I don't play on some type of uber expensive gaming monitor. You know, you go to Best Buy, you tell people, you know, you're looking for a TV, or what it like, you know, they have the people come up and talk to you about what do you want, how many seconds it takes, what's the delay, get all technical with it. I mean, it's just a monitor. To me, I don't use monitors. It's no point. These people got elaborate gaming setups, a gaming PC, spending like $2,000 on a PC. That's cool for you, but it don't work for me. I want to spend no $2,000 on a gaming setup. No, it's not even the expense. Like somebody like me was like 300 and like what 40 something subs. I appreciate people who subbed and liked my streams. I appreciate your support and I really do care about you guys. We'll be doing a giveaway soon. We'll be doing a giveaway soon. A lot of my expenses and stuff went towards just securing this console. Honestly speaking, the thing about PS5 is this junk will set you back a couple dollars. There's not even a doubt in my mind. This console in itself will set you back a couple dollars. Um, Mainly because if you think about it, um, even with the thing, you're not going to get a console more than likely just a console by itself, depending on who you get it from. I got the console by itself, and I got it from Amazon. Amazon, for what I'm hearing, they're supposed to be doing some type of stocking around Martin Luther King Day, so something like that, January 15th to like the 21st, somewhere between that time frame. I know that's kind of odd, but I don't think that if people don't have the console Christmas crowd, and then the Christmas crowd who didn't get it, that's going to be more. I don't think stuff's going to get normal until around like June or something like that. And even still, then, like if you live like in a small town in a place, I kind of live near a small town. I mean, like I live like in between like four kind of small different towns, so it wouldn't be that hard for me to probably get another console. But I'm not about to do that. Like I'm not about to spend $500. No, someone asked me, "Will I sell my PS4? I need to sell it now." I'm not going to sell my console. Like I have memories. Like I'm not about to sell my console. I got like games and stuff I want to play in the future. Like I'm a type of person. I'm not a hoarder or nothing like that. Like I just stopped buying disc games. Cause I told you, like the thing about me, especially with these consoles, is like I had a PS3 and scratched up like 5 copies of MW3. I had to get MW3 like 5 different times. Not even joking. I had got like what I got a warranty with a disc where you get a replacement copy. That's exactly what I got, and I had to keep on going to GameStop. Them people will recognize me and everything. That's when I was in middle school. That's like a good 10 years ago, just about. I'm almost 22, so I'm about to be a college graduate. Wow, I should have went in. But a lot of games, in my opinion, they're trying to monetize them, like to a point where it's almost ridiculous. Like people talking about the Warzone thing. Warzone, all that Call of Duty. I just got 60 kills on Cold War. Like I literally got 60 kills. I wasn't streaming that. I wasn't going to record that, but yeah, I got 60 kills, and I really wasn't that amazed that I got 60 kills. I mean, I'm good at Call of Duty Cold War, but I don't think the game is good. I don't really think that the game is good by any means. And then at the same time, the matchmaking, the teammate matchmaking in Call of Duty's been doo doo for a while now. Doo doo. I got 19 objective based eliminations. I mean, I play objective a little bit, but the thing about Call of Duty, it doesn't promote you to really like move. I was moving to a certain extent and keeping my position, but me, Call of Duty is a game about tactically uh, laying down an area in a way, but also the biggest problem I would say that really kicked this stuff off was Modern Warfare, and I'd probably say Infinite Warfare too, where your peripherals were terrible. Your peripherals and then Modern Warfare, the map being terrible. No, the worst map by far was Piccadilly. That map didn't make any sense. It was really based off Piccadilly Circus in London, but like that whole map design, that was just terrible. The B flag was in between two doggone trolley buses, and you had long lines of sight. Really, you had multiple ways to get shot from. It didn't promote moving at all. Like, it really didn't. The Zero Cave map, that one was terrible too. It's really who could camp in that cave. I mean, I'm not really that impressed by these games. Um, Cold War should be on sale for like $40. I mean, the game it's not where it needs to be. Honestly speaking, and that's just somebody from who's a kind of a Call of Duty fan, but that's honest. Like, I'm not about to cap for video games. Nobody can say that the games, being objective, like even if you're getting paid to play a video game or something like that, people get flown out to different places to, play the DLC maps, give a review, or just give people gameplay, like the first 30 minutes of the new maps. And they're not going to do that this year. Definitely not going to do it this year. But they might get some intel. Call of Duty might send them something, but to me, I could care less about the games, honestly speaking, because, like, once you get a game, in my honest opinion, there's only going to be a few things that you're probably going to be able to do. Like, for instance, when the people got invited to go to the 2K thing, that wasn't really representative of the game. Like 2K20, when they was talking about the pie charts, the game 2K20 wasn't bad, but it wasn't good either. I'm neutral about it. 2K20 got rid of the stuff that 2K19 didn't address. But I feel like 2K21 is really a step in the right direction, but it's still worse. Like the speed boost glitch, the Curry slide, the minimum behind the back, bruh. I need rim protector on. Like I'm gonna get that Hall of Fame or something. But yeah, a lot of these games, in my opinion, are they worth the money? No. Like if someone talking about the seasons pass for Call of Duty, I wouldn't buy it. Now, I made the mistake of buying the seasons pass for Modern Warfare. I didn't even play it. I uninstalled it a few times, and then my friends talking about let's play Warzone. So I installed it again, but that was way back in March. I mean, I wasn't really doing anything in March because I had just gotten out of school, spring break, and it was like okay. I just stayed home. Like people, a lot of people did a lot of stuff for spring break, and I'm just like okay. I mean, spring break came and went, but we still had COVID. I don't really care what other people is doing, like on spring break. I mean, it's spring break. But as far as me now, like if I'm gonna go to a place, I don't tell people, where like I like stuff that's very low key and remote. Like I'm not about to go to Miami for a spring break. Like I'm gonna go to someplace that's nice. You can relax. Someplace nice. You can see some stuff like Costa Rica. That would be a beautiful place to go to. I speak Spanish, so it's not that hard. But I know a whole lot of people when they go to these different places, they're not really accustomed to the fact that there's not that many places. Like they have markets. Every place has a market. These other countries, it's not. I can't say it's poor because their thing is basically tourism. They rely heavily on tourism dollars. I mean, that's relative. It's relative. But I realize a lot of stuff too. People gotta be willing to look or ask people. I mean, like for instance, like I go to school where we have a lot of Bahamian people. They love the Bahamas, but they want to get away from home. Like they just want to experience something different. Like there's a lot of stuff going on in the U.S. compared to the Bahamas. Bahamas is nice, but like, what is there to do? The crazy thing is, on my other build, I cannot get green machine like on a higher level. I can only go to silver, and I was like, how? But on this build, I can get it to gold. That's on my two-way three-point playmaker. I spent no money on this build at all, so. But I know I probably got some badge upgrades on this thing that I just played a game. $2K21. I should have just dunked it. But it's the way I spin off the dude. I'm gonna get Rise Up on that's probably one of the ones I need most. Oh my god. They're reaching. I can play center pretty good. Shoot the ball if you're going to shoot the ball. Well, they're not going to. They're not going to 100% shoot the ball. I'm surprised they even do that because normally they would just not even do that. They would just dribble the shot clock out. Ridiculousness. Draft stock. Progression. Alright, badges. Yep. Rise up. Alright, progression. I'm an 81. I've been working on stuff slightly. So we can just max that out because I don't like seeing that much. We'll play a few more. Someone might ask me why did I play the 4 years of the college thing on here instead of just going to the G League and playing it that way. I mean, I got more badges. It really didn't matter to me 'cause I got time. The thing that was annoying, in my honest opinion, is just playing this game. Playing like the G League. The G League, the storyline, the cutscenes, and then like I just wanted to see what happens. And there's a trophy achievement. I'm not saying I'm a trophy hunter, but I want to go for this achievement to get my little trophy level up. I'm hoping that there's a game that I can platinum. I'm hoping there's a game that I can platinum. I might reinstall Astro's Playroom so I can try to get a platinum for that game. That's the only free game that you get for PS5. Besides the crappy PS5 games they give you for just having the PS5. That's even if you have PlayStation Plus, because you ain't getting none of the free games. What does it say? Get 10 assists. Okay. That don't seem that hard. Any build that I make can shoot. Like, it can shoot. Now, someone probably might ask me what I think about the actual game in terms of, like, is it worse? The VC prices and stuff is the same. Like, your VC and stuff does transfer over. But, like, you got the Mamba edition, you will be able to get your 100K VC and stuff like that. I got the Mamba for PS4, not PS5. Oh my god. That shouldn't have went out and did that, but it's whatever. I remember when 2K used to make the college hoop games, but then they just stopped doing that. That was good, but that was on Xbox 360, I think. I know they're supposed to be trying to remake NFL 2K because they got the contract back, so it could be some competition, but I don't see how it can really be competition, honestly. I'm not saying Madden is good. I don't like Madden. Madden back in the day was like that, but Madden in itself is really no different modes at all. Like same thing. Like the franchise mode really gets dumbed down every year. That's me being objective. The Superstar KO, they don't have the long shot stuff. And the bad thing about Madden, in a way, I remember when they used to have the thing where you could import your player from NCAA 14, and then you can put it in Madden, so you can keep on with the thing and put them on the team. That was a good thing to do. But I feel like the licensing and stuff like that from the universities and stuff like that, that's why they're not going to make another one. Because they got sued behind that. That's why 2K only has a couple schools they are allowed to use. Like, you're not. I wish they had Duke and Carolina. But that probably means they have to put NC State on there too. NC State basketball is not good. Honestly, all the Carolina, basketball teams, they do okay. I mean, I'll be an objective here. Duke, Duke's been pretty good. I mean, they had Zion, but none of those teams got a national championship at all. The University of Virginia got that championship. My bracket was good. Like my bracket was so good. Uh, I had like 82% of my picks were right. Like I knew exactly what the deal was, what the time was, but like as time went on, yeah, it unfolded. There was no tournament this year, so it's whatever. I actually ran a dunk. Mo buckets. I'm still thinking about some older movies that I feel like people say, you should watch. I don't know. I remember when I took film class, we were just critiquing different films and stuff like that. We was talking about just a lot of films and stuff like that. Film class and stuff like that. I'm not even into film, but I had to fulfill my requirements for general ed stuff. So I had to take like my last art class. I just took my last art class. I got an A in that. Um, I had an okay semester. My GPA is still pretty good. Like my college GPA is like 3.2. That's pretty decent considering that the average college GPA is like a 3.10 to 3.15. So I'm doing pretty good in my studies, I guess. I only got like a semester, and then I take two more extra classes and I graduate. I didn't fail any classes or anything. I haven't failed at all anything in college. I've not failed. I've never failed any subject in my life. Any subject. Or any class. I've never failed. Not too many people can say that. Like one time I had to explain to my parents too. It's just like it wasn't me. Why like I can explain it. Like I know, parents don't want to believe their kids sometimes. But sometimes you already know the teacher's not going to give you a good grade. And that's just me being objective here. I'm being 100% objective. Like, the teacher's not going to give you a good grade. I'm not expecting them to. But yeah, like a teacher, like for instance, like where I'm from, kids and stuff are doing the same stuff that we're doing from like 3 years ago and expecting the better results. Um, like for instance, my sister was doing like substitute teaching for a little bit before coronavirus and stuff like that. And they were like, she had to sub for a teacher who quit their job like midway between the semester. And it was just telling kids to go on Khan Academy and do the worksheets. About, I would say a fraction, maybe like a third of the kids were actually doing it. But then that's like the same time kids were doing on like, Call of Duty Mobile. Like, what are we doing on Call of Duty Mobile? Another thing too I'm laughing about, like in a way, it was like I was taking this computer class with other people in it, and I was like the only one that did really well on the thing. Like people would just ask me to do the work, what you call it. I got paid a few times to do some people's work, but there was like one guy. He would be talking about all the latest parties. That's funny. His name was Jimmy. That man was funny. He was from Maryland. I haven't seen him since. So I hope he got his degree. Because he failed, the computer class a couple times. I got him on out of there. He passed with a 70. A 70 is a C. But, he didn't come to class for a whole week. He didn't come to like the class for a whole week. Like he was going to this party, staying with his cousin. To me, I don't really find that like cool. Like I'm being honest. Like especially like you don't have your living arrangement stuff taken care of. Like I'm not going to expect a family member to do something for me, inconvenience them at the last minute, talking about can I stay at your place, even though this person is family. Like that's weird in my opinion. I've always been one of those type of people to speak my mind freely. That's too crazy, but it's logic. It's logical. Like there's people who go to spring break, like to Miami and stuff like that, sleeping in their car, or basically doing couch surfing with people. Like it's not good. Like you probably have money to get there, go to parties and stuff like that, but you don't have money. Stuff it's expensive to live out here. It really is expensive to live, but like it ain't that serious, bro. And the thing is too, with people talking about mansion parties, like that right there is just stupid. Honestly, I'm being objective too. parties and stuff like that, you have unlimited liability. So like if someone, I do know someone who did something stupid, and it was a while back. They had an apartment building, and the walls and stuff caved in, and they had to pay like $15,000. Their dad could have yanked them up through that phone. They would have. If his dad, like, bro, his dad was so hot, and his dad was sick. If his dad could have jumped through that phone and slapped him in the back of the head, he would have, like, for a fact. That's why I don't do stupid stuff. $15,000 to jump on you're jumping on a ceiling, and you mix alcohol and people just being stupid. Yeah, that's dumb. And if you talk about, spring break and people smashing, I mean, it's part of life, I guess. I mean, we're all adults here, but it's whatever, man. At least I'm an adult. I'm 22. So, ain't nothing new under the sun, bruh. Ain't nothing new under the sun. But, honestly, bruh, I care less about certain stuff. Like, people talking about going to the club. Like, I mean, when you're an adult, like, you're like 25, I mean, people talk about going to the club to meet people, singles and different people. I mean, like I said, to me, there's almost no point of going to the club or going to the bar. Like, honestly, all you can find is people you don't want to be surrounding yourself in, gunfights, fist fights, people coming with some permanent damage they can't get rid of, like a bullet lodged in the body for the rest of the life. They can't pull the bullet out. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. Like, 5 minutes can turn to 15 years or something like that. It's crazy. Or, you just gonna get that IV. We put in a medical induced coma or something like that and never wake up again. Ain't nobody got time for that, man. But definitely, I try to be objective. Like, I don't definitely try not to sugarcoat anything by saying it respectfully. But yeah, no. But the funny thing about this guy I was in class with, like, um, he was funny, but at the same time, like, he was talking about these people getting finessed, like paying $70 for this mansion party. And he was talking about this entrance. They don't have anybody really checking their back way, so we got in for free because it was like a woodsy area. And I don't understand how somebody could be in college. I'm not being funny, but it's just like, you're paying, 4 years, $80,000, and you've been there 5. You've been there an extra semester, so like, you wasting time. You are really wasting time. I'm going. I got my degree debt free, like 100%. Like for me to probably get my whole degree, literally, it's been. I got my whole degree probably for probably $13,000, like no cap, because my expenses and my grades and stuff are pretty good at this school, and I get like alumni money, so that's pretty good. So I'm graduating 100% debt free. Not too many people can say that, like, because a lot of people talking about, cancel student loans, but in all honesty, I don't like when people, know personal responsibility. Like, for instance, in terms of, like, there's people who listen to people in a way talking about go to your dream school, but they're not paying for it. They're not offering valuable insight, um, for instance, let's say, for instance, like, my sister's in medical school, and basically she had a gap year where she was studying, she was doing her stuff for her MCAT and stuff like that. And the admissions pool in a particular year was basically highly competitive. So my sister decided, we're going to just study, we're going to prepare, take the MCAT. which is the medical college admissions test. So she did that. She studied. She got into her med school and stuff like that. It was still competitive, but she got in there, and she's on her M1. So you go through 4 years of medical school, and then you have like 3 years, 3 to 5 years of actual training. So my sister's doing pretty good. And people talking about you really have to be really smart to be a doctor. Like they're like I don't really care about what people are talking about doctors making money, but like a lot of people like from the time that in school whether or not you already know, just like athletes, whether or not you're going to the next level. I hate to say it like that. Everybody's good at something. Like I 110% believe everybody has purpose in life, and some people, they might be good at something else, like electricity or something like that. Uh, Definitely something specifically for them. Everybody has something. But as far as a T-shirt business, that's not really original. And a brand, everybody's not a brand. I hate to put it that way, but everybody's not a brand. Like typing something in a Microsoft Word and putting a print on a T-shirt with something like that, like look like it's written in colored crayon. That's not gonna cut it. It's really not. Even some of the people who they probably say people's stuff is tough. I don't think a lot of stuff is tough, honestly. Like for instance, when Kanye was selling what you call it, some socks, it was some brown socks that like got holes in it. Holy socks. That's what I was thinking about it. I think it came out with like a Sunday whatever that group was, the gospel choir stuff. He had merch. Like nobody's buying that. Like $70 for some socks. You can't be serious. And I feel like the other person too, who's done some stuff that don't make any sense and tried to make it because it's associated with a lot of stuff. Off White, like brand Virgil Abloh. I mean, I don't really have a problem, but with the stuff. But I know in a sense I would never buy that. That's not me hating on anybody or nothing like that. I just don't buy it. I don't. To me, just because a rapper, someone talks about this stuff, it does not mean I'm gonna get it. And if like that's like for instance, if someone makes $100,000 a year or more than that a year, they're not like for instance, you're not gonna see Bill Gates talking about, oh yeah, I just got me a Richard Mille watch. Like you don't see Bill Gates is quite modest. I would feel. He doesn't have to do that. He still has a whole lot of money. He don't have to do that. That's the point I'm trying to get people to see. People gonna put stuff in real capital, 100%. Not stuff that depreciates like a chain, with a pendant with like a record label company on there. Like nobody's gonna do that. Not smart. But I do believe everybody's good at something. So it may not 100% be school, but you gotta have a plan. Like you trying to be on a fast track, like I don't know, car salesman. That's kind of a hard job because you really have to be selling. Like you don't really need a what you call it thing to be an insurance salesman. I think you may need like a 2 year degree or something like that. But I don't. I think you may just need a high school degree, but you have to have a lot of technical training to sell insurance. But a whole lot of people, they're not going to really buy insurance like that. They're not going to see the need. So your job is trying to convince them to upgrade a policy or something like that. And then people talk about trade school like brick masonry or welding. I think those jobs and stuff are great, the rates, but if you look at the total effect on your health and the fact that you can go blind, hey, even though you have all the equipment to protect your eyes and stuff like that, you cutting, sheet metal and stuff like that, that's nothing easy. You definitely have to learn the proper maintenance and stuff like that, the proper use of that stuff. But everything to me has a Positive, negative, positive, negative. I don't try to sway that at all. And I know people are talking about college degree doesn't matter in the 21st century. That's a cap. That's a cap. Like, it's just not going to happen. Like, for instance, I'll tell anybody, like, you're not about to get in investment banking. I know a whole lot of people, they try to get in this stuff, these fast track stuff like Forex trading. Nobody's looking at Forex, man. I wouldn't even look at Forex. There's not really a basis backing on anything. It's futures. I mean, I know other stuff too, but I don't like the fact that people are charging people money on the on some information that you can just get off the internet, like crypto or stuff like that, mining crypto. Like I don't deal with that. Like people are trying to charge people money, like for tools and stuff they can just get online, like crypto. Because Bitcoin and all that type of stuff, that was pretty down bad. That's not really a smart financial investment. Like 401ks and stuff like that. That's your own money, but that matures and stuff like that. You can't touch the money until you're like 65. But that's basically your contributed earnings goes towards that. And that money went down a lot earlier this year from the pandemic. People were losing like $300,000 in that. That was pretty bad. People worked 30, 40 years or whatever, and all the money was pretty much gone. Like you can't really recover that. But it's recovering a little bit. But like for instance, too, you're not gonna get your foot in the door, with the investment banking with no college degree. That's just not gonna happen. You might find somebody with a liberal arts degree in banking because of the parents, but I don't really care about that. But yeah, you're not about to, it's not about to be no cakewalk. But like I'm saying, like people talk about rappers. Rappers, I mean, are they making money? And so, to a certain extent, they are. Sometimes they're not. They're not. Like for instance, do you think that a rapper is doing investment banking? Like you're not about to go to the Bank of America and still be doing business with them to a certain extent. Like if you're like someone like Bill Gates, you're not about to be banking with Bank of America. You're gonna be dealing with somebody who has like a portfolio that will deal with you. Like you might be dealing with Fidelity or other business firms and stuff like that. Who deal with like acquisitions and stuff like that, and stuff like mutual funds, stuff like that. You're not gonna deal with Wells Fargo or anything like that. But I know a whole lot of people talking about like 2K. Like 2K, they have a thing where people can intern or whatever. Or they're looking for jobs, work for 2K. Honestly speaking, 2K in a way, I feel like it's managed. There's a whole lot more stuff that goes on with 2K than people realize. I'm not giving anybody a break, but the game, in a way, the iterations of stuff, they just keep on taking and removing it. copy and paste. Sure, there's copy and paste in it. I think 2K, this is probably one of the better 2Ks if we're honestly speaking. But nothing, in my honest opinion, can top 2K16. Nothing. I know a whole lot of people will say the nostalgia really ruins the game. I feel like 2K16, the defense was where it needed to be down. When the game first came out, no way. The game was broken. And I'm not really a fan of broken games and stuff like that. We'll talk about a broken game. Let's talk about Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is completely broken. I don't even 100% know if I'm even going to play that tonight after I get off this. It's no point. Cyberpunk, in my honest way, did not deliver on anything. And in the time frame that they gave, fixing stuff on PS4 and addressing mass issues with the stuttering, the frame rate drops on PS4 and PS5 and general improvements. It's coming out in like January, February. That's like 2 months late, in my opinion. Same thing with Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs, I might play that a little bit later. Those are the two games I'm kind of disappointed in right now. I haven't really had the urge to play either of them, and I got them on my console. Watch Dogs could have done a better job, but I'm going to give them a break. I'm going to give them a break to a certain extent because I know that the game, in a way, I wouldn't even say COVID-19, the little stuff working at home. You want to talk about a game that really has not been fixed, and they deserve all the backlash. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat. Oh my God. Mortal Kombat has had a shaky release since the thing, and the non-existent content in the game is absolutely ridiculous. Past a couple additional characters put behind a paywall, that's to be understood. Like, microtransactions, I know people gotta make their money on the back end, but like, the combat pack should have been the one and all for it. Like, you shouldn't have to spend money on the aftermath. Aftermath, I enjoyed, but let's be honest, that junk should have been $20. I got that for my birthday, my 21st. And shoot, I ain't even lie. With that one, shoot, I had me a beer on that one. The game, I beat it in like 3 hours, but shoot, I had me a beer, honestly. I turned 21. That was it. It was it. I mean, I watched the movie too before, so that was just kind of. I went to this place and what you call it, just got me a cider. And took it to go, and then came back home. It was good. Just enjoyed it. Just watching the movie. I was just chilling. I don't think that beer and stuff is 100% bad, but it's not something that people should drink a lot. I would say very moderately. Like, to me, I can't see how anybody can go to a sports bar for any reason. Like, you want to talk to people, like, about a game or something like that. Talk to your friends on the phone. Like, even though there's probably, like, people talking about, well, stuff needs to get back to normal. This COVID stuff isn't serious. It's no more serious than the, common flu, stupid stuff people be saying. Yeah, definitely you're missing some critical thinking skills. People say college and stuff is not important, but you really start to realize how much logic and stuff people have that is flawed. Like, with logical fallacies, like red herring is ridiculous. Ad hominem stuff like that, it's ridiculous. You learn more about that like in college. I took my philosophy class. I got an A. And rather than think, I'm still laughing about my final. We was talking about for that class about whether or not marijuana and stuff should be legal. I said, like I said, marijuana and stuff is not for everybody. And I don't like when people try to make stuff sound bigger, just like beer and stuff like that. It's not for everybody. I don't smoke. You know, I know people who do smoke, but it's just like honestly, I will be real. There's people who been smoking probably since they're in their teens, like 17, and they're 23. They're not even doing anything. Relatively speaking, I'm not being funny. God knows what I didn't see. It's like, you know, you probably working a job, you know, come in late, the work just start getting sloppy, stuff like that, you know, it's just not where they need to be at. People hate the jobs that come in bleeds. You know, maybe they're a fry cook and, you know, a burger place and stuff like that. Hey, you want to get the morning toke session in. But another thing, too, it's not a good look to come to class or go into a job under the influence. Like, if someone had a hangover, yeah. Like, the nastiest thing I can see someone do is drink too much, and you can tell, and come into work. And then when people drink alcohol and stuff like that, it causes them to sweat out most of their electrolytes and stuff like that. You're serving people food. Like you're serving people food. You're sweating. I don't want you serving me if you're sweating. That's nasty. That is nasty. That happened to me once, like at Olive Garden. That was like what, like 3 years ago. I haven't been to Olive Garden since. That I don't even like Olive Garden. Like no. I'm being completely honest. Olive Garden is only good when they have the unlimited pasta stuff like that. Otherwise, I'm not really a fan of Olive Garden at all. Like my favorite Italian place is Maggiano's. Like that's my spot. And I might go to this local Italian place whenever I'm in the mood for Italian. I get that. This depends, but definitely, I'm still thinking about people too. I want to talk to my dad about something too. Like you know how people they're old and they go to like I don't understand it. How people like they're a certain age, and then I always feel like there's ageism in these jobs and stuff like that. Because like feel like a middle-aged man, like 45 years old, you know you're not getting no higher level management position at all. Like you can't be a manager at let's say at a tire place, and then the transition to what you call it, be a salesman at a TV and appliance. This is not going to happen. You might have a skill set of being an actual, you know, salesman that might work to your advantage, but you're completely talking about switching two different industries. How do you do that? How do you do that? I'm still laughing. Someone talk about GameStop and be hiring people who don't have any background, who are like old. They don't even know how to pronounce half the games that they're managing. That had me weak. I mean, it's just whatever. That has me weak, honestly. It has me weak because, like, you think about it, selling tires and stuff like that at a tire store. Tires and stuff actually like put miles on it and get warranty. Tires actually go for a lot of money. But you know the crazy thing is, man, people stealing stuff off people's cars. Like, no. I don't believe in stealing, doing anything illegal. Like, no. If I want something, I'm gonna work hard for it. Like, to me, it don't make sense for someone like, why would you steal a flat screen TV? Like, you stealing something $200, and then if you go to court and stuff like that, you're gonna pay $800 worth of fines. You're gonna pay for probation for one, and then you're gonna be on the first time offenders program, and then you're gonna have to do all sorts of type of counseling, stuff like that. That's dumb. Another thing too, I know a whole lot of people that went to what you call it, high school too. Some people have died off. That's pretty bad. Within like 3 years, it's crazy. They died off, or they're in jail. They have a long prison stint. And the one thing I cannot stand in a way is people talking about free people. It's some bull. Like, no, if you robbed a place or something like that, and you're in jail for 7 years, consider yourself lucky that you get your head blown off. Consider that lucky. It's ridiculous. Like there was somebody who I went to school with in like middle school. They got a 17 year prison sentence, and they did a robbery. They held up a whole place and then stole like $500,000 from like a doggone like place, like people transporting the money. And he got 17 years. That's rightfully so. Luckily, he didn't get killed. That's just me being honest. Get your wig split. Like, it's not a game out here, man. Get your education, take your stuff seriously, be productive, try to find something. But to me, it doesn't make that much sense, like, in high school, too, that I never understood is why people be going to businesses. Like, I'm being honest. I know a lot of kids stuff watch my junk. Why is it that, there'll be people just doing stupid stuff like, my old school, stuff like that. People would skip class to go hang out with people who are right now aren't even doing anything. That's not me being funny. I mean, I'm lucky, but I understood the point of why I need to go to class. Like, I've never been the type of person to do stupid stuff or fall behind people or be anybody's flunky. Like, no, we're not doing that. And there's stupid stuff people have done, like, and to get people to like them, like keying somebody's car, that's a felony. If someone sit up here asking someone to key someone's car and they do it, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. 100%. That doesn't make any sense. Someone telling somebody to key their car, why don't they go do it? That's damage to real property, personal property. That's a whole lot of charges, too. Nobody has time for that, man. Then there's people like you already know they're doing bad stuff. Like I said, once you're in a off at a certain point, you know what you're gonna do with your life, and to a certain extent, some people they just stray. I'm not saying it's a lost cause that people can change and stuff like that, but if you mess your life up, you doing armed robberies, you got 17 years, that's on you. Ain't nobody's fault but you. But other places, they're not playing that. They really not playing with that. Like United States, I know our legal system and stuff is jacked up, but other places, if people are in Thailand or something like that, nah. You had drugs, you can admit an armed robbery, you're gonna die. 100% death penalty, death by firing squad. They're not playing. They're not. I know there's people doing stupid stuff like people were skipping school and stuff like that, and then breaking into people's homes and stuff like that. And I know one person who I went to school with. They're now I don't know what they did for I think they were in jail for 2 years, but now they're cutting hair. I don't know if they learned that while in prison or whatever, but they moved away. They did a prison stint and then they moved away. But he was definitely hanging out with somebody, then kicking in people's doors and stuff like that. And especially in a place where they shouldn't have been, because they definitely would have got sent to heaven. They definitely would have got sent to heaven. Like, too, I mean, people, like, I'm just saying, people have a right to defend their homes. I don't disagree with that. But like, honestly, yeah, you definitely cannot shoot someone in the back. You can't do that. Like they're in your home and you see a gun. Yeah, you can shoot them. But some of these people, man, they be on drugs and other stuff. It'd be crazy. And certain people in high school, man, they be seriously on some hard drugs. You don't even be thinking about. But another thing too that's kind of stupid, honestly, too, it's like just a group of people just be hanging. They really gave me a turnover. But it would be stupid. I know this happens at high schools pretty much everywhere. It'd be like people smoking cigarettes literally at like the bus stop. Literally at the bus stop. Like that, no, you can't do that. That's school property. Like if someone fights at the bus stop or near it, you get a suspension. Because the school system owns that. I know people doing stupid stuff, and man, I'm still thinking about somebody did something stupid, and as a result, what you call that to do a night in jail. That was just stupid. What they did. And considering they had done other stuff before that, they were lucky they even got a day in jail. It's just stupid. Me, I want straight and narrow. Never done anything. Never been in trouble with the law. Nothing. Just focus on me, my goals, do what I can, give back to the community, stuff like that. Do what I need to do. Now, I'm a pretty fair person, but like nobody can try to justify, certain stuff. And then like too, like people in like middle school and high school stealing pizzas and stealing cookies. Like what are you gonna do with that? The cookies and stuff is nasty. The pizza and stuff is you're stealing a Little Caesars pizza, and it costs $2.25. Imagine stealing a Little Caesars pizza. Imagine. Little Caesars has the worst pizza ever. It just tastes like cardboard box. It doesn't taste like anything. They have the worst pizza. I'm sorry. They had the worst pizza ever. Now people talking about their wings. I don't even eat Little Caesars. You won't catch me eating Little Caesars. Like I don't even like what you call it, Domino's. Domino's pizza is not good at all. The specials, sure, their pizza's okay when they have a special, but past that, Domino's does not get my approval. Because the pizza, in my opinion, from Domino's, it's just like salty. Like it's just salty. They don't have like any sweet tomato sauce or anything like that. Papa John's is okay, but sometimes I like the little local brands and stuff like that. Or mom and pop spots for pizza. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. But I know people talking about food and stuff like that. Most of the meals that I get, especially if it's a halfway decent, I don't really pay more than $10 for a meal. Like for a lunch, no more than $10. Like I like go to this Greek place to get like a pita. It's like $10. It's not expensive. Game 4. I forgot I didn't even upgrade that shooting badge thing. That's on me. But yeah, I definitely do not think that the school system and stuff like that is where it need to be. I'm glad school and stuff is free, but like yeah, like you don't have to pay money to go to school to a certain extent. Now I can't blame, for instance, people for trying to better their children's life and education. Like, but if someone's a single parent or something like that, and they don't have a high paying job and they're trying to go to like a Catholic school, you don't meet the background for that. Like, what's the likelihood that you even clearing X amount of dollars? Like, if a Catholic private school is $27,000 a year, you're not going there. Like, you're really not going there. And I know that a lot of schools and stuff like that, they got like a waiver program. Paying $27,000 from education, nah. But if it's better in a kid's life or something like that, and keeping them out of like trouble or like there's security concerns within the school, then sure, it won't be bad. It wouldn't be bad for a kid to possibly go there. But and I'm not talking about on athletic scholarship too. I feel like the problem is with most people. In a way, I can play ball in real life. Like I'm pretty decent. I can touch rim. I could dunk if I really want to, but I was focused on like my academics. But I feel like in a way, all these different athletic programs and stuff like that, you can't have lesser than a certain GPA to be out there. Like I think you have to have like a 2.5 to play, something like that. That's basically a C plus. It's like a C letter grade. 2.7 is like a B minus. Shoot, I know my what you call it, my high school GPA. It was it wasn't necessarily bad, but it wasn't good either because I had a whole lot of other stuff and people that I was just mentally done with school. Honestly, like to me, school was unhealthy in my honest opinion. Like 6 to like 3 p.m. Like I wake up at 6. School started at 7 and literally ended at 3. And then on top of the homework that I had to do, that's not productive. That is not productive at all. Like 7 to 3, 7 to 3. You know what that means? Like if you're not even really even doing anything, relatively speaking, I won't even say you're not even doing anything. School is just like a way for you to be programmed. Honestly, I feel like a lot of stuff is instilled into you, like, but it doesn't prepare you for like work or anything like that. Because there's a whole lot of stuff too that I feel like you should learn in high school that you don't. Like about W4s, all sort of type of stuff, writing a check, doing certain stuff. You don't learn that in school. Or you don't have anybody that's competent enough. You would think that is competent. Like, training about how to complete a FAFSA form. How to, like, input your information. There was no workshops at my school to teach you how to do that. But my parents said we already knew how to do that. Both my parents got, like, advanced level degrees. So, it's whatever. Someone said I come from a spoiled background. I'm not spoiled. That's a cap. I paid for this system 100% in my pocket. Had like $1,000 saved up. I don't get it. I don't get allowance or anything. I just had $1,000 saved up. I know a whole lot of things too, especially in like college too. People would just be doing stupid stuff. Like, for instance, like the refund check. The refund check does not like money for you to go and blow. You get to save that money. That money is used for like your living expenses, like your housing, your board. People gonna do whatever they're gonna do, and it's not my job to explain to somebody why something's stupid. You're just gonna let people be stupid, and hope they get the lesson learned. Like I remember someone, I was in the store with my mom. It was like maybe like 6 months ago. Some lady came up to us talking, "Do you believe in helping people?" And this lady had to have been on cocaine or something because she was on one. Stuff she said didn't match up. Uh, she said a lady had whooped her, beat her down, or whatever. Talking about her clothes was torn or whatever. Somebody stole all the clothes. That didn't make any sense. The one thing I don't understand is how people was on drugs and stuff like that. I mean, you have to pay for that habit, obviously, but a mind is a great thing to have and a horrible thing to let go to waste. Just imagine if people didn't do drugs, all the potential that they had. Just imagine. Or like people who abuse drinking, I can't blame a woman or something like that, or people, like for instance, someone's a gambling alcoholic and they waste, every penny they have, a wife leave the husband or something like that. Because he's not good with finances or money. I mean, you're not taking care of business. One last big payout, like, no. The thing, some people are really good at gambling. Like, some people are really good at gambling. Like, they already know a certain time where they need to, they win their money, take it, they lose a little bit, they're gone. But like someone can get like $1,000 in a night, play 150 and hit like 450 the next day. They netted like what, $300. I mean, they still got a whole lot of money, more money left, and they just chill. It may pay for a meal that night, some place fancy or something like that. That works, but there's other more productive stuff to be doing besides gambling. I don't believe in chance. Like, you talking about the lottery. The dumbest thing I think someone can do is not really have a plan. Like, I'm not even talking about, life, like having insurance, but like, it's just a lot of people, adults and stuff, they're not taking care of business. Like, for instance, if you're not taking care of business in a way, I'm not talking about like other stuff, but like financial and stuff like that. You don't have a life insurance policy, not knowing how you get buried and stuff like that, stuff taken care of. I don't want to see a GoFundMe link or something like that talking about raising money for, burial expenses or trying to ask people, burn, baby, burn. If you don't have the money, that's what a funeral's going to do. You're going to be cremated. I hate to put it, the brevity of it, but that's literally how stuff works. Some people are just going to be cremated. They're literally ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's just simple as that. Like, too, also with like, medical expenses. I know people get in accidents, but a lot of people, I really have like a thing, like, empathy. But at the same time, if someone got a, 2016 uh, Dodge Charger and they got in an accident and it was going 80 miles an hour, the police and stuff, they can actually recreate accidents and certain stuff like that. If you're going 80 or 90 miles in like a 65, that's reckless driving. And you got a tube in your mouth, you were tube fed, you're going in a coma, but you were tube fed. Maybe that might need to be like a life experience to show you why you shouldn't be doing stupid stuff. Take your L. Like, I don't wish death upon anybody or anything like that, but you need to take your experiences and try to basically gonna learn from other people's experiences so you don't make the same mistake. I feel like I do that a lot. As you get older, life is only gonna get like more difficult. A lot of people talking about, they can't wait to be an adult. I mean, kids got no responsibility. That's the great thing about being a kid. You got no responsibility. Like you ain't gotta worry about a bill. All you really have to do is wake up and go to school. Do your homework. That's just the simplest thing to do. Now I know for me, I didn't think like that back then. I mean, I don't have any expenses at all, really. I still live with my parents. Everything's taken care for, so I'm lucky for that one. But it ain't really that much. I know I'm doing a whole lot better than certain people who go into financial debt. Like I know someone who like fast track something. They're doing pretty good. They stay with their parents for a few more additional years. Save the salary. Oh, doing pretty good. Teammate grade of an A. Now I know too, a lot of instances, like elementary school, that's easy. You never get anything from like elementary school. Now middle school, they had this thing where it was like recess, but it was like only for a short period of time. Now my old high school, before they consolidated into two things, uh, they didn't do it while I was there, but it was called like Titan Time, where like people they were behind on class or stuff like that, they would definitely go like get tutoring in a class or whatever with a specific subject. They'll be assigned to at least make up like college and stuff like that. There is no makeup. You fail a test, you fail a test. I'm still laughing at certain stuff like you take an L in college. I mean, you might come back. You might come back. You think that you're doing bad until you realize what someone else got. Like, let's say, like for instance, I think I took a test one time and I got like a 68. You think you're doing bad till you hear someone didn't even get a 68, they got an 8. That is so bad. I was rolling. Oh God, that's funny, and it's not funny at the same time. And they're like, people be talking about college is bull, but I mean, if you know that you're not going to do the level of work required of you in a way, what's the point of wasting $20,000 on something? You're not doing the work. Like even a language class, like elementary Spanish too. There's some people just cool with getting a C. I got 100 in elementary Spanish too. I got 100, a pure 100. That's so easy. Cuarenta y siete. 47. I still got my Spanish book and stuff like that. I know there was my teacher that said something like people wouldn't even get a book for Spanish that only costs like $3. This Spanish book literally costs like $3. And people were wondering why they had like a 65 in the class. Like, it's not that hard, man. I could seriously have passed that class even if I didn't have a book. But that's the point. I know I gotta take senior seminar next semester. International business. International business. I already know I gotta do another PowerPoint presentation next semester. You know, I'm going to do that again, and then I'm gonna have to take some more classes. I don't think I gotta take two more my final semester in college when I'm done. People talking about moving on from school. I'm not taking like another statistics class. I don't like statistics. Shoot, I got that C and I'm good. Like to me, a C, I don't really care that much about getting a C. It's not the end of the world for me. As long as I don't get too many C's. Like if I get one C, like all my grades are A and B, and I get one C. As long as my GPA is over 3, I don't care. For the semester and overall, as long as it's high 3, I'm good. But in high school, like the little math worksheets and stuff, nobody should be failing the class, but in a certain extent, nobody should be failing the class. And I do admit, sometimes it's the teacher's fault how they explain stuff. Like, I would probably explain to you why I probably school for me in a way that makes sense. We didn't even cover content on courses. We weren't even hitting the curriculum. But in a certain time frame, we was rushing. Like, so instead of me, because did math every other day, I was supposed to get 9 weeks of instruction time. We were getting 4.5 weeks of instruction time, and we would still be behind on stuff like that. So when we had an end of course test, there would be items and subjects we did not learn at all. And basically they wouldn't tell us whether it would count or not, but some of the stuff it did count. I mean, I did good on the test. I got an 82 on one of them junks, and it was fine. Because in my state, we got something called advanced functions and modeling. So you have to take like 4 maths, whatever. Because they'll have me take calculus and stuff like that. I already took calculus. Calculus, I did not like. Secant, cosecant, tangent. Oh my God. I did not like that. Shoot, I know I got a 74 in that class. That's all that counts. But I don't think a 74 is a bad letter grade. Considering what other people got in that class, yeah. A lot of people, they be failing classes too and not coming to class. Like, if you come to class, bruh, I swear to you, like, if someone had like a 63 and they perfect attendance, they raised their hand and asked questions, you never know. You get a 70 in the class. If you got a bad attitude, you coming in there any type of way, yeah. And I'm still thinking about people care about being popular on campus and stuff like that, but asking you to help them with work, yeah, that's dumb. But a person that helps, like, people just say some stupid stuff that don't make any sense. It don't make any sense. Like, life, in a way, it's not a popularity contest. Like, people who got certain stuff or got money like that, they ain't gotta say they got money like that. They produce it. Some people do and some people don't. But I feel like it's better if you not, like, advertise certain stuff so you don't get taken advantage of. It don't really matter. Like, I just seen something stupid happen, like, here recently. Like, someone got quoted a price. And then someone else came. Person told like $5 for some apple cider vinegar. And then try to charge somebody else $3. Like, can't be price gouging people. That don't make sense. Everybody's trying to make $1 in the world, but everybody's not going to be able to make dollars in the world. Because they ain't got it. If you ain't got it, you ain't got it. Everybody's good at something, but everybody's not what you call it. Everybody don't got the skills necessarily at certain stuff. Like everybody has a business, but everybody's business is not good. Like if everybody knows how to run a business in a way, and they're not really doing anything more different than a competitor or offering more stuff, no wonder why you go out of business because you can't keep up with the various things that you have going on with your business. If it costs more money to operate the business, then the business is constantly causing it like to maintain. Like you have a business that's generating $30,000 a month, but your operating expenses is literally $29,000. Yeah, you're in a hole. That's not profitable at all. It's going to be out of business soon. I remember a thing too, especially in college, man. I done had a whole lot of group people who have not done anything. Some stuff never changes. Like my sister is in med school, and there's always somebody with labs and stuff trying to leave. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you trying to leave a biology lab where you're with a cadaver? Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Ah. 75. Well, like for instance, like let me be honest too. Like for instance, someone has a business idea that's not really original. Not saying original, but like they don't have their business together. Like for instance, they say they want to work with cars and stuff like that, but they're not good with their scheduling. Each time you try to reach out to them, it's not really a thing that's really a fast process. Like you don't have a place to drop the car off or anything like that. You got to go to them. Nobody's going to want to do business with that. Like it's not really professional at all. A lot of stuff like that, that might be a deal breaker. It might be a deal breaker. Like, it's the difference between having a business and not having a business. Like, if you're not a car mechanic or something like someone who's trustworthy in a way, nobody's going to want to draw, like, what type of mess is that? Like, leave it at your house. It doesn't make sense, man. Like somebody could also do car detailing. I feel like, if you have the skill set, you can learn something. Everybody's good at something, but everybody's business is kind of spotty. Like the scheduling, some people are just not business oriented. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff works both ways. Like, you shouldn't have to hold somebody's hand through a process. At the same time, you have to be forthcoming and forthright with this, like, the business process. It's as simple as that. Let's see if I can get this not shooting badge, but this next thing. But yeah, like detailing cars. Detailing cars is not really a hard thing to do, but it takes a whole lot of skill and attention to detail. And the same thing, like, how can you tell somebody that, you want their car detailed, or, someone wants a new car sent. You ain't even got that. Like, you're not even in tune with your own inventory or, your scents and stuff like that. Let's say someone wanted their car to smell like pina coladas or something like that. You advertising that you got all these different scents and stuff like that. You ain't even got that. It's a little bit sloppy. It's a little bit messy, too. But, like, for instance, there's a whole lot of stuff, too. A lot of people just know about their business either way. Even with car dealerships, even with repairs and stuff like that. Like I said, man, these people, especially these car dealerships, they can F your car up and stuff like that. Like, I know somebody, what you call it, they mess, my dad's thing up, his car, his truck. They use some type of, thing up there that didn't make any sense. Like, they'll put some, like, they put some professional glue up there. It's for cars, but it was not supposed to do like that. It was like the console. It was like a panel, and he did that. And the person behind the thing, they got fired. They're no longer with the company. He was doing some other stuff. Gone. Well, I was just laughing at what he said, man. That junk was funny thinking about it. But at least with a car dealership, you have a track. Because you go to somebody else, it may not even be something you can even prove. They have a system. Cars have a system now where you can see how much maintenance goes to the actual thing. Like if you have a Mercedes Benz and stuff like that, it goes through a system that tells you what type of repairs you've had. But I definitely say some car dealerships are better than others in terms of like they got their own little shops, stuff like that, where they fix your car, stuff, clean it, do everything. But definitely, there's a market for used cars. Like there's a market for used cars. Like new cars, they're not really. It's not profitable. Cause like I'm gonna tell you why it's not profitable. New cars not profitable like that. Cause if someone's balling like that, they get a new vehicle. They're paying it off cash. Majority of the way people make money is through interest. It's through interest. That's how credit card companies and stuff they make money. It's through interest. They charge you the base price, and then if your credit is really jacked up for certain stuff, like you got a credit card, the interest goes all the way up to like 24%. Credit card and stuff like that. Basic credit's just like a report card. Shows you if you taking care of your business, you doing exactly what you need to be doing. Like if someone files for bankruptcy, ain't nothing you can say. Ain't nothing you can say. Because credit and stuff stays on your thing, credit report. Like you file bankruptcy, stays up there for 7 years. And it's not really forgiveness because you have to make some type of plan to actually sell off some of your stuff. Someone goes bankrupt. They got some cut programs and stuff that people can do. Like someone if they file bankruptcy could probably get some type of home equity loan or something like that. Make an asset seem more appealing to basically somebody they're indebted to, and it probably work. But a lot of stuff people don't have equity in. Like, that's the difference between certain people. Like, like college and stuff is it's easy and it's difficult. A lot of people just don't got it. You feel me? A lot of people just don't got it. Nah, not a 12. How long have I been streaming? I feel like I've been streaming for a while. 1 hour and 36 minutes. It's good. It's good. After this, I'm probably gonna get off and play another game. But I'm probably not gonna stream. I'm not sure, but it is what it is, man. To me, Watch Dogs will be its best in like when that new online comes out. I wonder what they're gonna have missions wise. The Division 2, oh my god, that really fell off. Ubisoft did them dirty. They pulled the plug on them. It's made by the same people, but then again, I feel like the emphasis is going on the latest release. Sub me out, coach. Sub me out. Can't wait to get off this game, honestly. Just about. It's my last game, I think, playing this. Wow. 10 rebounds or more. Green. I know people talking about taking the vaccine. I'm gonna take the vaccine. I know people don't believe in the vaccine and stuff like that, but the person who started this anti-vaccine stuff falsified information. They falsified information about vaccines and stuff don't even cause autism. And people don't even understand how to even test for autism. Come on, Lafayette. I'm gonna go ahead and green real quick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? How did they do that? Take my takeover away. What? How? That's fake. I got a bald head. I got a bald head. Husky. I also think about all the older shows, like me coming up. I was like maybe like 4 or 3, where they just kept on showing reruns, like the Sisters. I remember the show. I remember a little bit of it. It was Shia LaBeouf. That's before he went crazy, smoking pot. He didn't crash and burn, honestly. I feel like it's hard to say that many child stars and stuff have lost their mind. Honestly speaking, it's hard to say who has substance abuse issues. It's almost really hard to say what Hollywood stars have not like lost their mind or have like known substance abuse. That's almost unheard of. Honestly, that's the interesting component about it. I remember the media was covering Mel Gibson's latest film, where it seems absolute crazy, where he's like some type of war vet and he's like trying to kill Santa Claus or something like that. I forgot exactly what the name of that film. Mel, they trashed him, rightfully so, but honestly, I don't know, man. It's crazy. I don't think there's any movie really worth seeing at all. Well, the only movie that I'm actually want to see, uh, well, it comes out in like March. It's a movie called Coming to America too. I think it's a good film. Let's see if I got that shooting badge. Well, not shooting, the rebounding badge. Let's see. No, I didn't. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream, guys. I'm out.